Hello, everybody. I am that topping dude. We are here to play. That topping dude plays the American Film Institute's daily movie guessing. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna do the whole game down here. So, it's December 2nd, 2026. Yay, 2026. Yay, yay. I love 2026. I hate 2025. 2025 is over, baby. 2025 is over, baby. 2025 is done, done, done. I hated 2025 for a lot of reasons. Oh, Johnny Atkins said, "Why did I hate the number? I just hate the number. Uh, I see, I see numbers with personalities and letters of the alphabet. Like the E is always smiling to me. I think the lowercase b is very arrogant. It looks like a person's face to me, and they have personalities to me. And so the number 2025, I just hated looking at the number. It's 2026 I like, but I just didn't like the number. It was just instinctual and intuitive and didn't have anything to do with logic except the logic of how I feel inside when I look at the number. Um, when I look at a letter or number, I feel like it's looking back at me like a person. And that's how I am. That's how I've always been like that. From the minute I started learning how to write, I thought the letters looked like people's faces. Um, that's what you're dealing with. I never said I was mentally stable, did I? I never stick to that claim. Never, not even once, except when I was kidding around. Okay. I wanted to say the Poseidon Adventure was the answer a couple of days ago, and we're done. But I wanted to say Jaden had never seen it, and I wanted to just say, Jaden, if you ever do see the Poseidon Adventure, make sure it's the original with Ernest Borgnine, and not the remake with Kevin. Is it Kevin Glover, the guy who was in Entourage? Um, anyway, there was a guy from Entourage, the HBO series, who was in the remake of the Poseidon Adventure. He had the worst. It's hard to say that he had the worst part in the film because the film was so god awful every which way, every which direction you did it. But he had the worst moment. The most. It was also the most obvious moment in the movie. He played an obnoxious guy named Lucky Louie, and they're trying everyone, the whoever played the preacher, Gene Hackman was a preacher in the original. I think it was still a preacher. Anyway, they're trying to convince Kevin Glover to do something or not do something. He wants to go a different route, and there's something like that. And then he says, "They don't call me Lucky Louie for nothing." And you can guess what happens next, can't you? I don't even have to say it. He dies. Right a second later, something falls on him and he dies right when he said, "They don't call me Lucky Louie for nothing." You would have been surprised if he didn't die at that moment. Um, the remake is it's bad is not a strong enough word for it. Okay. Oh, I've already heard from both the anonymous player and Jaden, and they both got it wrong, and they both had it down to 50-50, and they both chose the wrong choice, but they had it down to 50, but they knew it was one or the other. They both chose the wrong. I don't know if they both had the same alternate wrong one. I don't know. And and if you've watched me play this for a while, whenever I get down to 50-50, I always choose the wrong one. Well, here's the thing now. Now I'm playing two accounts. Now I'm playing my new 2026 account, and I'm also playing my old um 2025 account simultaneously. So this is going to be a 50-50. So I'm going to play one on one account and one on the other. So if I get the first one wrong, I still have another chance to get the other account right. But what if it gets down to 50-50 and I get the first one right? Does that mean I ought to make the other one wrong, even though I now know the right answer, but originally I thought that was the right answer, and now I know it's wrong, so I should continue choosing the wrong answer. Well, that's a moral dilemma. I'm not sure how I'm going to work it out in the future, but the way I'm going to work it out today is I am going to, it, assuming I'm get it down to 50-50 as well, I'm going to do my first guess on my old account because that will either give me a 22-day streak or it'll break my 21-day streak. And I would rather break my 21-day streak uh, because the higher the number gets, it's just the harder it's going to be to break next time. And I know John Atkins is like, go, keep going, keep going. And I'm like, if I keep going, I'll never break the record again. So, and also, that will give me a higher chance of getting 100% for day two on the new account. So that's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to play the old one first and then the new one because it's probably going to give it's 50-50. I usually pick the wrong one. I hope I pick the wrong one for the old account and then pick the wrong one. Of course, if they think, what if I pick the wrong two answers altogether? That's possible because they both said this was a tough game. How do they put it? Um, well, the anonymous player is a man of few words. Oh, now you know his gender. So, fuck that up. Um, well, anyway, all he said was he got a 50-50 chance. And Jaden, um, he was a little, he said, I knew I had seen the picture. I knew I'd seen three of the options. I knew that one of the options that I had seen definitely wasn't the picture. So I had a 50-50 and I went the wrong way. Both of them had did 50-50 the wrong way. All right, let's go in and see what this is all. Oh, wait, I have to share my whole screen now these days. Okay, let's see. Okay, here's my old one. This is my yesterday was a gold rush. Oh, and I told Jaden, Jaden got this wrong, and I said, if you got this wrong, you really got to catch up on your early era silent era and early sound era films. And I told Jaden to start with Charlie Chaplin's City Lights. And it turns out it's on the Criterion channel. And Harvey and I started watching it last night. Of course, I fell asleep. It's the couch, it's the sofa that does it. It's not a reflection of the film itself. Um, but anyway, so Harvey, I fell asleep and I said, we usually stop it. And Harvey was already into the movie. I said, okay, you can watch the rest as long as you are okay with watching it again to see the part I missed. And he said he was totally fine with that. Totally fine, baby. 69%. Oh, geez, what the hell? I have no idea what this is. Okay, it looks like they're in a movie theater because it's all blue, and that would suggest that they're in a dark room, and this is the reflection of a black and white movie on them, or it looks like the movie's in black and white. So whatever they're watching, this is a reflection. It looks like they're watching a movie. I do not know who this is. It kind of looks like Warren Beatty. It might be a very young Warren Beatty. I'm not sure. But that's what it is. That's what it is, man. That's what it is. All right, let's see what the options are. Let's see what the options are. Okay, guess the picture. No, okay, Blue Velvet. Well, I just watched Blue Velvet. Blue Velvet is on Mubi, M-U-B-I. If you and Mubi, I've encouraged everyone to get a subscription to, get even a trial subscription to Mubi because there is a great, great, great Spanish film on it called Nuestro Tiempo. The English title is Our Time, and it is one of the best movies I have ever seen in my life. And they also have Blue Velvet on Mubi right now. And I watched it for the first time in decades, and it was like seeing it for the very first time. It was, I really, it was, it really was. I've seen it twice before at least, possibly three times, and that's it. And it's been whether it was two or three times. The last time was decades ago. It was like the '80s, I think, was or the early '90s, maybe. But it's been that long since I'd seen it, and it was so good. I think I watched it. I did watch it. I watched it a second time as well, a second time on Mubi, so my fourth or fifth time total. Um, Blue Velvet. Well, anyway, I saw it. I just saw it twice. I know for sure it's not Blue Velvet. Okay. East of Eden. Okay, that would make this James Dean, and I think that probably is right. And that it, I have a feeling that this is East of Eden because think, I kind of remember a scene like this. He's always troubled, and didn't he go to a movie at some, or it could be Rebel Without a Cause. Oh, it's gonna be between East of Eden and Rebel Without a Cause. I bet that's what the 50-50 is. Okay, and it's funny because he really only has James Dean was only in 6 films total, and 3 he was the star. And I think that's right. I might, I could always be correct, but I'm pretty sure that's right. So Rebel Without a Cause, East of Eden, and Giant are his 3 famous films. Um, okay, so it's not Giant, so it's going to be between East of Eden and Rebel Without a Cause. I bet that's what's going to happen. All right, Blue Velvet, no. East of Eden, possibly. La La Land, no. It's definitely not La La Land. That's a Damien Chazelle film with Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone. It's a little overrated, but it's fun. A lot of people really like it. I shouldn't say it's overrated. Some people really, really respond to it. So I don't very much. I respond to the musical numbers in it, and I hate the story. Um, well, I don't hate it. It's just so it's not that clever to me, and everyone acts like it's the most clever story in the world. It's like it's not really. Um, My Blue Heaven, I don't think so. And Rebel Without a Cause. Okay, it's between East of Eden or Rebel Without a Cause, and I'm going to get one of them correct um on my new account. And what I'm playing 2 accounts. I'm either going to get one correct and one wrong, or if I get the first one correct, I'm going to make it correct on the second one. But I'm going to play the old one first because I want to make sure I get 100% today. Okay, so do I think this is East of Eden or Blue Velvet? Or excuse me, Rebel Without a Cause. I think it is East of Eden sort of takes place in the old times, so it's Rebel Without a Cause. Okay, it's Rebel Without a Cause because I don't think that they I think at the time that East of Eden takes place, they don't have do movie theaters exist at that point? I'm not sure. So I'm going to say Rebel Without a Cause. And let's see. Okay, 22-day streak. All right, we're not doing Dumdies anymore. Okay, but let me go over to my new account. Okay, now 22-day streak. I'm just making it harder for me to beat myself in the future. Okay, let's go to the new one. This is the new one, and it's Rebel Without a Cause, and I'm submitting my guess, and it's 2-day streak, and where's the part where it says the percentage? Oh, it's coming up. Okay, 69.8% correctly identified or guessed Rebel Williams with a, oh no, Rebeal White, with White Hout, Rebeal White Hout, a cows. 26.3% guessed the other 50-50%. Everybody had it down to 50-50 and either chose the right one or the, I'm sure a few people knew, but I think a lot of people had it down to 50-50 and just chose the wrong one or the right one, as the case may have been. Jaden and the anonymous player are both in this group. I think it's pretty safe to say. Iast Ov Edin. Oh, Iast Ov Edin. Iast Ov Edin. 2% guessed Blah Vilvit. 1.3% guessed Mebla Yavin. And 0.5% guessed Lele Land. Okay. Let's see what my stats are. 100% over here. Oh, let's go back. Let's see if they've changed over here. Because I don't think it's up to 79% yet. Um, but one never know. No, it's still at 78%. Okay. Um, Now let's see what they said about Rebel Without a Motherfucking Cause. Great many American Film Institute among the greatest American films of time. Rebel Without a Cause. Featuring and performance from Jason, named by AFI as one of cinema's greatest screen legends. Starting here in what is arguably his most essential and iconic role. They used the word arguably correctly. Congratulations, the American Film Institute's daily movie guessing game, Get the Picture. You never use the word inarguable correctly, but you did use the word arguably correctly. You inarguably use the word arguably correctly. Oh, that's a nice sentence, isn't it? You inarguably use the word arguably correctly. Interesting word. Free sentence, I mean. All right. Okay, Rebel Without a Cause. I don't really have that much to say about it because I really only saw it once. Um, I think I saw a bit of it on TV when I was a little kid because I remember that car race at the Griffith Park Observatory, which if I went if I picked this up and we went outside and did the rest of this, I can go out to the street and you can see the Griffith Park Observatory like from just a like a 15-second walk from here. Um, in the distance. Uh, so anyway, that's apropos of something. Um, so, uh, y- but I saw it once. I went to this theater out in Santa Monica that occasionally shows movies, but not every day. That's weird. But anyway, uh, they were showing Rebel Without a Cause. I think my friend Susan Savage told me about it, and she went out there to see it, and so I joined her. She now lives in Italy. She got married to an Italian man and lives in Italy and speaks fluent Italian. My dream. My dream is to speak fluent Italian. God damn it, Susan Savage is doing it. God damn. Well, I'm glad for her. I'm happy for her. You know, then maybe she can help me. We can have conversations like, how come you learned fluent Italian before I did? Cose tu imparare italiano prima me. Hey, that wasn't too bad. I'm sure it wasn't entirely accurate, but not too bad. All right. Anyway, yeah. So Rebel Without a Cause, I just saw it that one time that I think I was seeing it with Susan Savage, and but whether I did or not, I only saw it once, and I need to see it again. You know, it didn't have any impact on me that night. Because Susan Savage was beside, how can I pay attention to James Dean when Susan Savage is right beside me? I had a crush on her in high school. Yeah, I got I got over it, okay? Jeez, God, I don't still have a crush on her, but I still like her. Anyway, what am I talking about Susan Savage for? Okay, we'll see you tomorrow and see you then. Bye.